All right, guys, I got the valve covers in, the filler neck for the oil, and the oil pan. Now, on camera, for some reason, it's not picking up the AMC blue very well. It's more of a bluish green color or greenish blue. I thought about it. It actually kind of looks like the mercury vapor lights out there. It actually looks almost exactly like that, just a little more blue. So, I will tell you one thing. This passenger side over here was a pain in the ass. I mean, it took me an hour and a half just to get the valve cover back on, and probably an hour to fight with it. So, because there's so much stuff here, and you have to disconnect everything, and I didn't remove the air conditioner. It probably would have helped to have this air conditioner, unbolted and moved out of the way, but I didn't feel like doing that. But I probably should have. Because it was real hard to get to. And none of the auto parts stores where I live had gaskets for the valve covers, so I had to use RTV. And I'm not really sure about that, especially with this valve cover. I think it might leak. That's going to suck, because then I'm going to have to mess with this again. The bottom oil pan, or the oil pan on the bottom of the car, as you can see, is in. And I didn't use a gasket for that as well. I've used these cork gaskets before. Everybody on the internet, on the forum, seems to swear by these things. But they turn into rock after just about a year. And they slowly start to leak, very, very slowly. So I decided to use silicone, and I noticed with the AMC 360, the front and the rear lip, as I call it, on the timing cover, and the main bearing in the back, they're kind of sticking out, and the rubber gasket that comes with it, because it's a 4-piece, kind of protrudes outward. So I have a feeling that the oil pan kind of floats. I don't think it pushes up against the actual surface. So I used a little bit more RTV than I normally would have. I didn't really see it squish out the sides either, so I'm not really sure if it's going to actually seal or not. So if it doesn't, I guess I just created more work for myself. I'm going to have to take off the oil pan and clean all the gasket off and put the cork gasket on, and then try that. And if the valve cover leaks, I have to take that off again and clean that with all that mess in there. And I guess order some valve cover gaskets. I think it'll work, but we'll see. So I've already primed the engine, and I'm going to turn it on. And I hope you guys wish me some luck, because this is going to suck. And even if it leaks, I'll post the video as a failure. So I just got to do it again. So here we go. Well, it started, and it is like 20 degrees out, so it's pretty cold, and this engine's been off for about 2 weeks now, so. Sounds good. And the ticking that you're hearing is an exhaust leak. So let's go check out to see if it's leaking. Let's start with the valve cover. All I see is smoke from the oil on the exhaust from when I grabbed it below. I don't see any. It would probably help if I open the door so I don't suffocate and die from the fumes. That would probably help, wouldn't it? And no, I'm not burning coolant. It is like 20 degrees out here, so it's cold. So let's go under the engine. Oh God, please don't have any leaks. Oh gosh. If it's gonna leak, I'm gonna be mad. I see a puddle right here, but that's old oil. Yeah, that's dirty oil. That's not the clean stuff that I put in. So that's the oil burning off of the exhaust pipe from me grabbing it and from it leaking and stuff like that. Actually, you know what? This pile right here is from right here. I guess it leaked inside of the exhaust pipe and it kind of squirted out. You know, when I had the oil pan off for a couple of weeks. So ignore the smoke. I don't see any leaks. None so far. Unfortunately, I did damage my my paint job right here. So I'm gonna have to clean that up a little bit and then repaint it. I don't know if you guys can even hear me on the video. I don't see any leaks in the front either. None on the side. None on the front over here. None on the side right here. Still just that dirty oil from the exhaust pipe. But there is no oil on the valve or the oil pan. Still smoking off though. So it looks like it worked. Thank God. No leaks over here. You can see on that triangle corner it's still dry. I don't see any leaks right there. This is old oil. That's not the new oil. Burned my hand. So that's probably the oil that's left over in the bell housing of the transmission. Some oil right here, but that's old stuff. It's not the clean oil. I don't think the rear main is leaking because the oil that's dripping from the bell housing is the old oil. It's kind of black and stuff. It's not fresh. So I'm just gonna leave it running. See how much gas I got. Okay, I got a little over a quarter of a tank. So I'm gonna step out so I don't kill myself from all the fumes. But I'm gonna let it run for probably like 20-30 minutes, and then as I let it run, I'm gonna go down there and wipe. Actually, I probably should turn it off and I'll wipe it on, wipe all that oil off, and then keep an eye on it. Unfortunately, I don't think I should really drive it because I broke the brake line, the brake booster line right here. You can see I taped it just for turning the engine on. I guess it's a good thing it broke, because if that kind of broke when I'm driving, I guess I'm going to lose all my brakes, right? So I need to go to the store tomorrow and get another brake booster line. I tried to scavenge the one off of my Grand Cherokee, but it was a little too short. I don't have any barbed fittings anywhere or any small pieces of tubing that I can use to connect the two pieces, so I guess I have to get a new one. So far it seems to be doing good. Still don't see any leaks right here. That was my main worry, was the leaking valve cover on this side. It's still smoking like crazy though underneath. I need to check the rear main. I don't know if it should still be smoking. It's not leaking over here. So we'll give it one more check before I turn the video off. I'm gonna bring a rag with me to kind of wipe it down a little bit. And it's just smoking up from there from me grabbing it and stuff. And the old oil is still burning off inside the pipe right here, as you can see. That's still there on the bell housing. Let me wipe that off. Be careful not to get myself on the flywheel. Next things I got to fix is this this leaking gearbox for the power steering. Oh, it's so cold, and your joints hurt when it's this cold. So I'll let you guys go. It looks like it's a success. I mean, I'm not gonna count my coins yet, but you know, everybody online said to use the cork gaskets. RTV always leaks, so far I don't see any leaks. I don't see any leaks on the valve covers or the oil pan, so I'm gonna call it a win right now. Like I said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Let the car idle for like another 20-30 minutes. I don't think I should drive it with that brake booster line broken, so I'm not going to, especially at nighttime. As much as I want to, I really want to drive the car to test it out, but I think idle for 30 minutes is a good test. And then tomorrow I'll get myself a vacuum line and then drive the Jeep, and God, please, no more leaks. It was leaking so much. It was 200 miles. I had to put a quart of oil in there, so it was so bad that I had to put a like a metal plate on the transmission bell housing above the exhaust pipe, because it would leak so much that it would drip on the exhaust pipe and just smoke like crazy, kind of like you guys saw in the video. And then when I make like a left-hand turn or something like that, the oil would spill out of that pan onto the exhaust, and I could actually see smoke coming out from behind my car. It was funny. So, and then the oil leak was so bad when I'm driving like on the interstate or something, it would actually splatter from underneath the car, and I would have oil stains on this right here. As a matter of fact, you can actually see them. Do you see the oil stains? That's how bad the oil leak was. So anyway, 15 minutes in, thank you guys for tuning in, and so far it seems like it's a success. Thank you very much.